crews to be prosecuted. And that was the first fight, really, of the war for independence. So that was the issue that motivated our founders, the British. The soldiers came in, invaded their houses, and marched in and made arrests. So it's military control over civilians that prompted our revolutions, the Texas Revolution, and it's been legalized in this country, and I would say it's time to remove that and live up to the rule of law, the Fifth Amendment, the rule of law, and the due process. Stated by some of the legal advisors to our current president that he has the authority not only to retain individual Americans that he suspects might be bad people, but he also claims that he has the right that if you've had a trial as an American citizen and you were found to be innocent, that they can still hold you in secret prison. People will say, yeah, but how many times does that happen? It only needs to be on the books and happen once or twice, and that's way too much. On a routine basis, our president has meetings with his legal advisors because they go over a kill list. Who's going to get killed without due process of law? It reminds me of what Roosevelt did. Roosevelt, I bet you could guess, was probably not my favorite president. But Roosevelt, of course, stole the gold from the American people, closed, you know, and then when he stole the gold at $20 an ounce, what he did then was they were fixing the price of gold up so they could inflate. So on a daily basis, Roosevelt with some of his economic advisors would sit around a table and decide what the price of gold would be. And but today, I thought that was pretty bad, but today, literally, they sit around and they pick a hit list. Some are American citizens that are on this hit list, but people all around the world. Oh, they're bad guys. They're terrorists. They want to kill us. They want to do these things. And they say, well, and we can do it in a sterile way. All we have to do is have a drone. Shoot them. Nobody's in danger. But guess what? Using drones to drop bombs and innocent people getting killed, no due process of law, and guess what? It makes a lot of enemies for us. I think it's a foolish foreign policy. Accept and sit back and let our government go to work without a declaration. And you know, this administration, they're really quite bold. I guess you've noticed that. They come and they testify, and when they're challenged, they say, well, don't you think we should have a declaration? No, we don't need that. Don't you think we should ask Congress? No, we don't need that. We'll get our marching orders, we'll get our declaration, we'll get our authority from the United Nations and from NATO. They claim that is where the authority comes from. But I'll tell you what, we would fight a lot less wars, we'd be a lot more peace, we'd be a lot richer, and I do not believe we would be in any greater danger if we just follow the law. Years ago, when the economic crisis hit, it sent a lot of signals. As I said, you know, it's the announcement that there will be the elimination of the Keynesian economic theories, and something will have to replace it. It could be totalitarianism, it could be free markets. I'm betting on the free markets and more freedoms because I hear good messages around the country. I've really talked to through hundreds of thousands of young people in the last couple of years, most of them probably on campuses. Believe me, they are concerned, they're worried, they want their freedom, they don't want debt, they want jobs, and they do not believe that the government can be delivered to them on a platter. They believe it can be found in the cause of liberty and not in the cause of expanding the role of big government. C.S. Lewis, many years ago, gave some advice about we as people, and he talked about a good egg can't remain a good egg forever. A good egg either has to hatch or it will rot. And I was thinking of an analogy, maybe we could make the analogy to what the founders did. They gave us a good egg. I think they gave us a constitutional republic. They gave it this egg, and it has not really hatched. The ideas of liberty were well studied. The founders understood it so clearly and built on it, and because they were well informed, biblically as well as philosophically, they were able to write a wonderful document. And they warned us, if we don't remain a free and moral people, the document won't mean anything. So I'm afraid that we're allowing much to be rotted away. If you look at the last 100 years, we have given up so much of our liberties, and we have become so dependent because we became so rich. Because a free society creates great wealth, and that makes people soft on the issue of protecting how you produce wealth. So we were just able to redistribute wealth, reward the lobbyists, reward the politicians, and everybody seemed to became just shifting wealth around, everything was okay, except now, today everybody knows there's no wealth there. It's only made up of debt. So I think this whole system has rotted away, and I would like to see this egg hatch. One thing the founders warned us against was pure democracy. They said pure democracy is very, very bad. And we're supposed to be the republic.